Hi and welcome back to the channel. Today we are starting an exciting journey right here in Cologne, Germany. Our adventure begins in front of the iconic Cologne Cathedral, one of the most famous landmarks in the world, just steps away from the city's bustling main train station. But that's not all. Stay tuned, because in this video I'm going to reveal a secret about railway stations in Germany, something that even the most seasoned travelers might not be aware of. You definitely won't want to miss this. Okay, I am now in the main hall of Köln Hbf, which you may recognize from my other videos. This time, I'm here because I'm traveling from Cologne to Dortmund on an ICE train. The trip is scheduled to take 1 hour and 10 minutes, covering a distance of approximately 117 kilometers. The train I'll be taking is an ICE4, a quite recent addition to DB's fleet. Well, as soon as I entered the station, I suddenly felt hungry. Yeah, kind of like this little guy. Normally, when you're looking for food, you might head to the station's grocery store, which is open 24 hours a day and offers plenty of options. Or you could just stop by one of the fast food restaurants. But there's another option I recently discovered, and it leads us to the secret I mentioned earlier. There's a hidden restaurant primarily serving the employees of the German railway company DB, but it's also open to the general public. For that, we need to go to track number 1, which you can see on the aerial footage. Then proceed toward the end of that track, and on the left side you'll find a separate building. You can recognize it by the many people in DB uniforms gathered around it. This place is called the DB Casino, and it serves as the canteen for Deutsche Bahn staff. Although it offers discounted meals for railway workers, it's open to everyone. So this is what I got for myself. The meal was of decent quality, and with a small bottle of juice, I paid a total of €14.45. While it's not the cheapest option, it's worth noting that you're paying for more than just the food. This place offers a quiet retreat in an otherwise noisy station. Plus, many of the fast food options aren't significantly cheaper. And these DB cafeterias aren't just limited to Cologne. You can find them at many major railway hubs across Germany. Now it's time to tell you more about my actual trip. I did the least economical thing possible, buying a ticket on the day of travel. For €62.80, I got a flexible first-class ticket, which comes with a few perks. One of them is lounge access, so let's check that out. Normally, DB's lounge is accessible from track number 1, but at the time of recording, it was closed because of ongoing construction work. However, DB has set up an alternative lounge just outside the station. It is located in an entirely different building, approximately 450 meters away from the actual railway station. On my way to the lounge, I pass a historic luxury hotel that opened in 1863. A little further down the alley, called Trankgasse, the city provides a place to sleep for those who are less fortunate. Finally, the Dominium, the office building that houses the lounge, comes into view. As you can see, it's quite a walk, but I appreciate that DB chose to offer this alternative rather than simply closing the original lounge during the renovation. To enter, you have to ring the doorbell, which didn't work for me, so I ended up waiting for 2 minutes until someone exited the building, allowing me to get in. Once inside the Dominium, the lounge is on the left, next to the elevators. The space isn't too crowded. As I have mentioned before, railway lounges rarely match the level of comfort and amenities found in airline lounges. Here, staff serves drinks and there are a few snacks available, along with lavatories. And that's about it. Still, it's a decent spot to relax and get some work done. I enjoyed my stay at the lounge, but now it's time to head back to the station and find the track my train departs from. Once again, we have a beautiful view of the Cologne Cathedral. Let's do a quick quiz. How long do you think it took to complete? Here are some options to choose from. The correct answer is D. It really took 632 years. However, during 300 of those, the construction was halted. By the way, this isn't the train I'll be traveling on, but I want to mention it because it's a classic among high-speed trains. The ICE-1 first entered service in late 1989 and is expected to remain in DB's fleet until at least 2030. This is the DB app, which shows the departure platform and currently notes a slight delay of 2 minutes. It also allows you to use the comfort check-in after you have boarded the train and found your seat, so the train attendants won't need to check your ticket. And here it is, the ICE4 that will take me to Dortmund today. Let's head to the coach where my seat is located. As always, when boarding a train, here are some technical details about the rolling stock. Trial operations with the ICE4 began in autumn of 2016, and by the end of 2018, 25 trains were already in service. The ICE4 comes in configurations of 7, 12 and 13 cars, with the longer versions reaching a top speed of up to 265 km per hour. In the first-class section of the train, there is a 2x1 seat layout, and each seat has a small screen displaying the section of the route for which the seat is reserved. I've traveled extensively on German ICE trains, and the seat pitch actually varies across different generations of the ICE. I believe that on the ICE4, it's only slightly larger than on the first generation ICE trains in second class. In first class, each seat comes with a power socket and a reading light. We've now left Cologne Central Station heading east, which means we'll cross the Rhine and see some interesting structures along the way. For better orientation, here's some aerial footage. First, we'll cross the river on the Hohenzollern Bridge, one of the most famous railway bridges in Germany. On each side of the bridge, you can find equestrian statues of Prussian rulers from the Hohenzollern family. are currently on the Cologne-Duisburg railway line, which stretches 64 kilometers and allows speeds of up to 200 kilometers per hour. In addition to the ICE, the line is used by many slower trains as well. The number of tracks varies along the route, ranging from 3 to 8 depending on the section. And while the train was speeding towards our first stop, I not only took a noise measurement, but also tested the onboard Wi-Fi. As usual, I began by opening a few news websites, which loaded with a slight delay. Next, I streamed a video on YouTube, and it played smoothly without any issues. In first class, you get a seat service, so I ordered a small cake and a large cappuccino, which cost me €9.20. It's a clear sign that inflation is a concern in Germany too. Anyway, in the meantime, we have reached our first stop, Düsseldorf main train station. Düsseldorf is the capital of North Rhine-Westphalia, and even today there is a rivalry with Cologne, a conflict that dates back hundreds of years. Regardless of which side you favor, it's clear that both cities have their own unique character, even though they are so close to each other. When you are in the area, visit both, and keep in mind that you shouldn't always take everything you hear about the other city at face value. At this point, we are passing the railway station of Düsseldorf Airport, and in this scene, we are looking towards runway 23 right. Here we stop in Duisburg, a city still known for its vital role in the German heavy industry and home to one of the world's largest inland ports. Essen is another city historically famous for its industrial output, though it has evolved into a more service-oriented economy in recent years. You can really see how densely populated this region of Germany is, with cities like Essen, Dortmund, Cologne and Düsseldorf situated so close to one another. Together, they form part of the Rhine-Ruhr metropolitan area, which sits at the heart of the European blue banana, a highly developed economic corridor that stretches from northwest England to northern Italy. More than 100 million people live in this region, contributing significantly to Europe's economy. As usual, let's do a quick lavatory check. Nothing stands out, either positively or negatively, just your typical ICE lavatory. Now, how do I evaluate this trip? As always, I have separate categories. One for the route, which rates how visually appealing and interesting it is, and another for the overall experience and service. When it comes to the route, I'd give it 3 stars. For example, passing the Rhine on the Hohenzollern Bridge is truly beautiful, and the route offers a glimpse into Germany's industrial history, which I personally find fascinating. As for Deutsche Bahn, I had a surprisingly flawless trip. The train had only a minor delay, the staff were very polite, and the cabin was clean. If there's any downside, it's probably the prices in the Bordbistro, which seem to have skyrocketed with the general rise in inflation. So while Deutsche Bahn often faces a lot of criticism, I didn't encounter any of the issues commonly discussed on this particular trip. As we arrive in Dortmund, let's take a quick look at the railway station, which handles 130,000 passengers daily. In 2020, an online travel magazine named it Europe's dirtiest railway station, but at least on the day I visited, things seemed fine. Okay everyone, that's it for this time. I hope you enjoyed the video. Thanks for tuning in and have a great day wherever you're watching.